Hi, I'm no one in particular, I'm just a meerkat, and I make videos on Joshis, just mere interpretations of the things I see and love, and anyone who follows my channel knows that I love Joshi wrestling because of their ability to express the emotional weight of the story through the things in between the moves, like Mayu Iwatani. Today, I put on a couple of scars and a beret and we get pretentious, get a little glass of wine here, because it's the acting that I love about wrestling. The acting, the thespians, and the fashion. So this meerkat is gonna dive into AWG, ActWres Girl'Z. AWG is a well-balanced blend that takes pre-Bushiroad stardom, adds a healthy serving of TJPW's easy-to-understand characters with a dash of the wholesome purity and color of Choco Pro Wrestling, sugar, spice, and everything nice, and a base focused on acting. And then you want to put their tender heart in a blender and watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. It's the ActWres Girl'Z, an isolated universe of its own design. All these women are wonderful actors in their own right, and the camera actually focuses on their faces. Go figure. Plus, fashion souls. Oh, the fashion. It's half the reason I love wrestling in general, beyond Joshi. The outfits. Look at Ayano Irie. Her outfit is so pretty. AWG is a company run by Fuka, of former Stardom fame, and has produced many of your favorites today, like Tam Nakano, Shori, Ono, Natsupoi, Komomo, Himeka, now Kakuta, Saki, and more. The new AWG talent is fun to watch because you can see them grow into better stars organically. The company went through a restart of their universe recently and thus makes it very accessible to jump in now. They don't have commentary or subtitles, so if that's a requirement, well, there you go. But if you want to get into AWG, their step shows from number 1 to present are where you can begin. And let me tell you something, I don't need commentary or subtitles or even understand it, because the thing about this company that I love the most is that I can feel what they are doing. The important aspect to note, and it's a bit confusing to me, but AWG do not consider themselves a professional wrestling company, but rather an entertainment company with actresses and former professional wrestlers who are either retired like Act and Maru or on hiatus, because they are wrestling, but not wrestling. And my thoughts is, cool. Maybe that has to do with lore reasons in regards to their isolated universe and the act ring shows where they do full performance art in a wrestling ring. So it's acting and theater with aspects of professional wrestling, but that doesn't honestly describe them accurately, as their act wrestling shows are very much pro wrestling rather than deconstructed wrestling like Choco Pro. The aspects that make them unique are based purely on a different focus rather than style, and the little moments where they do break to do dialogue and stuff is no different than what Hyper Masao and TJPW does. But again, I'm clearly not understanding something. Plus, a lot of their matches, especially title matches, end with 15 minutes of character work and such, none of which I can understand, but I do begin to see the vision from that POV. Either way, I'll use their language and I won't refer to anyone in this company as a professional wrestler, but as a performer and an actress, and serve it with a side of pretentious lamb sauce. Where's the lamb sauce? It's how I talk about wrestlers anyways. Pro wrestlers are the best actors in the world, but I also gotta be honest and say that this is simply semantics, and at the end of the day, the fans do not care and will watch it like it's wrestling still. With that said, Act Yasukawa is retired, but Act is active. It was Asako Miya that got me into this company, and it was Ren-san, who I immediately noticed as a future player. This androgynous drama geek is colorful, a great actress, has great look, and represents the things that I love about this performance art. However, it's important to highlight the champion, because the champion is your champion, obviously. They are the main character. Their champion since the restart has been Miku Aono, and we are going to talk about her title reign arc. Right meow.
Who's ready for story time with
Meerkat.
Meerkats are social AF.
But seriously, Arnold, if we no get those tickets.
Prior to AWG, Miku Aono had been wrestling since 2017. She has a basketball, swimming, and an actress background, which is surprising considering she kicks as hard as Momo Watanabe. She eventually went on hiatus to cross the fog into AWG. She may not stand out as much as the other AWG women, but she certainly does in the ring. She's a beast and fits the role of champion very, very well. And it's important to note that she is the only champion in AWG. They only have one title. Her dropkicks are intense, delivered with such oomph, and her kicks are just brutal. Just listen. Her style is mean, dominant, with several different ways she can defeat her opponents. Her move list is varied, with moves she can bust out of any scenario, and all well performed. In addition to looking like such a boss in this company, every single one of Miku's title matches allowed her opponents to express their uniqueness. It's the mark of a good champion and a mark of the potential of every performer in AWG. The talent is there. Miku was entered into a tournament to crown the new AWG champion, receiving a bye into the semifinals and defeating Natsumi Sumikawa, and eventually a match with Kouki. Kouki, a relatively newer performer, tall and strong, a much bigger opponent for Miku to overcome. She has a killer backdrop suplex and utilizes the cross-body press with her larger size to finish the opponents. Miku is quite athletic, quite good at what she does with her signature kip up here. Solid technical offense, her movements are fluid and artful, but it's her kicks that shine the most. Those drop kicks just land, oof! And her normal kicks are like... Her shin kicks especially like, I feel it in my bones! Stop! Kouki has her size advantage to dismantle Aono, but Miku targets the knee and her kicks are just so broken, so OP. But like the name of the company says, she is also a good actress. The camera is always closer in than most, and you can feel her expressions and emotions, her comeback, her struggle, and even her confidence. The story is the smaller yet deadlier Miku being slowly overtaken by the size and strength of Kouki, but Kouki's inexperience leads her to make crucial mistakes, allowing the more experienced Aono, with the aid of her kicks and her great moveset, to take control. Kouki does deliver a perfect high angle backdrop and even lands a crossbody, but the lion spirit of Miku entering beast mode and just decimates Kouki with multiple stiff lariats. But look at this moment of Kouki trying to rise to face Aono for a final showdown. Moments like this are why I love AWG. The final moments before the end, and followed by a Saito suplex to win the AWG Championship, becoming the ace of AWG, the main character. And what follows is like 15 minutes of Kouki and Aono delivering an emotional post-match scene to each other in tears. When AWG describes themselves as an entertainment group of actresses, this is where you see it the most. Despite not understanding a single word, you feel it. That's the point. Because if there's lore on these two women's relationship, I certainly won't know, but I can still feel what they're feeling. And that's what makes AWG special. Miku's defenses have a formula, and she rides this formula into a lot of fun matchups. First, she would make a defense against Chiaki. Chiaki. Oh, Chiaki is badass here from Beast's Rebellion, the heel group led by Act with a hell of a spear. Chiaki has only 48 matches under her belt, but has a large upside in my opinion, coming out all rizzed in jeans and the leather jacket. Chiaki got the look, yo, the zipper on her top. I just look at them shoes. In this match, Aono is the stronger opponent. Chiaki has athletic skill that is unique to her though, and it makes for a fun matchup. You can see Chiaki beginning to learn and grow in this match alone, discovering when to punish Miku and how hard she has to go. She has this whole rebellious shade going on. Aono with the champion spirit and the hard strikes, especially those kicks, like this kick. Oh, it borders on mean. Oh, mean Aono. And once again, spots like Chiaki trying to rest outside plays cinematically in my opinion. And oh, the cheating, not the cheating. And a power slam on the edge of that thin mat. Ah, but you can't stop the kicks of Miku Aono. Fuck, man, they're broken. Despite the interference, Aono is far too dominant of a champion and Chiaki still has to work from beneath, but her inexperience once again at odds with the more experienced Miku Aono, who dismantles Chiaki throughout with ease, hitting all her great moves and them kicks, those fucking kicks. Chiaki comes back with solid offense of her own, showing off her strength and athletic flair, but no, Aono with the Rainmaker and delivers more solid lariats. The ending was a bit weird, but solid showing from the champ, who may have hardly been in danger, but that doesn't diminish the work put in by Chiaki. You can see what she can grow and what she can improve on, and that's what I love about this company. You can see the performance grow in such organic ways. The next challenger comes in and just destroys Miku in seconds. Oh, she's the speed star, Misa Matsui, the 23-year-old with 5 years of experience. The first challenger with equal experience to Aono, having wrestled around various independent promotions in Japan. She, who became a wrestler after experiencing mental illness in school, having dropped out and serendipitously stumbling into the world of wrestling. That which saved her life in the end. Stories like this always make me want to cry. I may be bred inside, but anytime I hear how art saved someone's life from mental illness, it strikes right through me. Art saves, man. Art saves. Now, as is the common theme, Misa's entrance gear is beautiful. Look at these two just standing there like fashion gods. Oh, and it starts with respect. But oh, she Kashima Miku. Oh, she tries to kill her. Right away, the speed and athletic skills of Misa in the forefront, and Aono like... Already a badass start. That's what makes good title matches. Highlighting the other opponent to such a degree that AWG has done is very remarkable. Everyone is better for it. Like, look at her go. Miku is a smart fighter. She cuts off the circulation on the speedy one right away, rendering her advantage null, and just begins to pick her apart with her strengths. But Misa can take the fighting. She enjoys it. And once again, I gotta point out how much I love the quiet moments in between moves, because we get expressions like this. And it amps up the speedster into straight aggression, until once again, the great equalizer enters the picture and says hi with her shin. The perfect dropkick, the strategic dismantling of Misa's speed, the complete destruction, aggression, and counter-aggression from Misa, showing off her cross-body skills, and this anticipated kick out into the stretch muffler. Aono's face of pain, the sense of urgency from Misa, the way she tanks those hard kicks to deliver a dropkick of her own to the knees. Misa Matsui is very good. This is my first viewing of her in a singles match, and I was very impressed. She moves like water with such confidence. There are clear act breaks in matches, with this gut kick leading Misa outside for comfort, selling the strike of death. I normally don't enjoy the dramatic countout spot in Japanese wrestling, but AWG makes it seem serious. The fighter involved is that much more of a warrior when they rise to face the dominant champion. Misa has to use her skills to find an opening in Miku's defenses, and when she does, it's all about taking high risks now, paying off with a beautiful missile drop kick and a second rope moonsault that looked like it took pure will to pull off. Ayano's usual comeback constantly being tested by Misa, but you can't stop lariats, and you especially can't stop her kicks. Oh yes, Misa fighting her ass off, desperate knees to the face, but those lariats of Miku kill. The whipcord, but Misa with a reversal. Oh, a beautiful one. Look at this beautiful roll up. Doesn't get the pin, but gets all my respect. Miku with a perfect butterfly suplex leads into the final sequence. The buzzsaw kick and followed by the Saito suplex for the victory. Hell of a match, the best one so far. Yeah, let's go. Misa Matsui, pay attention to her, folks. Go watch this match. With her dominance as champion, Miku would next face her biggest challenger yet, one with a lot of experience. Act, the leader of Beast's Rebellion. Act is a boss, the boss. She looks like a boss, walks like a boss, drinks like a boss, the blindfold looking like a playable character in the NieR series. Her entrance is sick, the gear, the primal roar in the ring. I expect Gehrman's theme from Bloodborne to play every time I see her. Act is simply awesome. This is the ace versus the big bad villain of the season. This is Goku versus Vegeta. Act with the veteran confidence versus Aono and her champion spirit, equal in power. Just look at the concentration on Act's face when they do a simple tie-up. This is what I watch this stuff for. Act commands the ring. Her faces when she struck are pure gold. Just look at this. And one more time, and act all like, hit me like you mean it. Before, back to dominating and vibing like a queen. After the knee and disarming the kicks, guiding her around the ring to say hi to the fans and destroying her face. Aono attempts a beautiful comeback, but Act pulls the Samoa Joe, damn it. Her raging face of anger on the top before a drop kick. Act even has the perfect counter to Aono's lariats. And when Miku still lives, Act all like, alright, you got something. And now we go, whee! And has this exhausted face as she covers. Can you tell I love this match? Primal roar of Act, the rage against her, Miku's comeback with all her fighting spirit, Act catching all her kicks into the big kick to the guts, and the perfect butterfly. Aono on fire with her lariats finally landing, hitting her big moves leading to the final stretch. Act in major trouble, her face wearing the toil of the battle, but Miku still can't land a proper kick on Act, so this big bad boss lands the Oklahoma Slam and even a big giant senton, but Aono returns fire, lands Gehrman's, nope, Aono fires back, and Act nearly steals until Aono catches Act in a buzzsaw kick. Well, I wish Act was a bit more dazed before she got hit with it, and then Miku lands a goddamn Styles Clash out of nowhere. Miku defeats the big villain of the season in the main event of Korakuen Hall. Fantastic match again. Miku Aono defeated a big boss and earned that victory. And a great visual as the champion stands over an exhausted, laid out Act as she can do nothing but stare at this young woman and give Miku her flowers. All through subtle facial expressions. Act is a wonderful actress in the ring, playing her part so well as she delivers her monologue that I don't understand a single damn word of. But once again, I will repeat this endlessly. I don't need to understand. I can feel it. A good actor can do that with just their faces. And Act, to make an obvious pun, can act. Act herself seems to choose Aono's next challenger, which is an interesting way to go about it, and she chooses her own unit mate, Ayano Irie, the woman with my favorite fashion souls in AWG. Oh, hi, Great Sako! She's looking for her papa, but her papa already has a daughter, so Fortissax Sako was left alone. Ayano Irie has been wrestling for 5 years. She had previously appeared in Choco Pro Wrestling, where she still had an amazing outfit because she always had a good sense of fashion, yo. Teaming with Walker here. Aww. Just look at this entrance. It's gorgeous. It's so friggin' pretty. Her entire outfit is just beautiful. Ayano's pose on the top rope, the fan, everything about it. Then her in-ring gear itself is just ass beautiful. She's got this whole Wednesday Addams vibe going on. She is beautiful. This is something I could talk for 30 minutes on. After facing a big boss like Aono had no trouble defeating Ayano here. Her strikes are a notable level of loud, and despite an early rally from Ayano, Miku's face be like, yeah, right. As Miku destroys Ayano by going to Dropkick City, including her signature corner dropkick, and this kick to the shin is far more evil than Palm Harajuku's. Oh, it's straight ugly. Even though it gets worse for Ayano, AWG continues the theme of opponents shining in these championship matches, and she delivers a good performance here. I appreciate the camera zooming right in for a close-up. It's very effective, and Ayano selling her knee beautifully as Miku dismantles her one by one. Ayano has to counter, fight smart, and try to defeat her quick. She desperately tries to get back into it, but Miku has a move for any scenario it seems. And when she hits this gut kick, oh man! And then murders Ayano, forcing her outside in another countout spot that I love. Here, it just works. The silence, the care from the unit mates, the pain of the actor on the floor, the pause in the action. Miku just chilling like, you good? Come on, you good? Are you good? But even entering back in seemed like a mistake because she eats a Rainmaker immediately. Ayano does get a rally in and shows some unique moves, trying to go wee, but isn't strong enough to carry the larger Miku. And Ayano's offense is very surprising and effective enough to keep Miku down longer than expected. But once they start fighting, the heavy hits of Miku are just too much to ignore. Despite Ayano's fighting spirit, her mighty warrior screams in the heart of the battle, overcoming the pain and strength of Miku only to die to a massive lariat that takes her down for the count. It was a dominant victory with little trouble here, but even still, even in this easier defeat, Ayano still shined. Her fighting spirit, her surprising moveset, that pretty outfit, and of course, her acting ability. And despite her loss, Ayano is in great spirits. I'm definitely biased because I love her outfit oh so much, but I very much like Ayano and look forward to more of her work. If Miku Aono thinks this was an easier defense than usual, well, her next defense is perhaps her best one. One of the newer additions to the cast crossing the fog from the Ice Ribbon promotions, she holds 5 years experience at only 21 years old, the tag team partner of Misa Matsui, forming Teppen, standing at Starlight Kid's height. Asahi is awesome. Asahi may be smaller, but she makes it up with her speed and is much stronger than her size dictates. Almost like a Ida, but with a company actually backing her. Oh, and the match kicks off with this kick. Oh, god damn, Ayano. God, Jesus. Asahi responds with her stiff forearms as well and fights smart against Ayano like. And the rest of the match is just a pure banger. From battling on the apron to this ugly slam of the knee outside to smashing her face in to Ayano tired of everyone's shit like, no, stop it. Bad kitty, bad. But Northern Lights outside, and now Miku is the one in the countout spot for once, so Asahi chills and waits for the champion like, he good? Me good? Asahi has her number, taking her to town and just owning her, wrenching that arm for a long stretch of time, allowing me to watch Ayano's reaction to this, and Miku has to respond with her power slam, but immediately feels the pain. That's so good. Asahi in total control, however, allowing her to shine greatly with her moves, athletic ability, these unique suplexes, especially this suplex that I have both never seen and could never even imagine. That looked wild. Ayano would finally hit a suplex of her own to take us into the third act of this match. The champ has to stop the momentum of Asahi and utilizes her usual early submission to do so, and we get beautiful close-ups. Miku picks things up with her Gehrman, but fucking Asahi is a beast, but Miku just has that much more attrition and is able to start her banger moves after banger moves, but Asahi ducks the Northern Lariat, the first to do so, and almost pins Miku, but Miku lands the Lariat still. Asahi kicked out, showing the strength where others have failed, so Aono busts out the move she beat Act with, the Styles Clash. But Asahi kicks out of that too! Who is this god? But Miku has so many moves she can beat you with that she simply lands her Saito suplex for the victory. What a fucking match. That was a banger. I had never seen Asahi and she heavily impressed me. Miku Aono is such a good champion, but she gotta face another big boss in this company. Maru. Maru. Look how sick Maru looks. The neck tattoo makes her look like a badass because that is what Maru is, a badass snake warrior. Maru, the first in the company to open Pandora's box of evil by trying to kill Wild Bunny. She, with her own group of baddies, with a really sick ass theme. She comes out like a fucking boss with her unit mates. Maru is smaller, but she's a scrappy dog, an animal taking Miku to the ground, unafraid to play dirty and bite and be mean and rough and aggressive and like But she's also clever, forcing openings in Aono's game, inviting her to fight Maru style. And for the first 2 acts of this story, the champion had no answer to the crafty veteran because once hit with a big move, all the damage was already done to the knee. The 3rd act begins and we get dramatic suspense all the way through. First, Miku finds control through her kicks, finally landing her best, most vicious weapon no one has an answer for. And it didn't take long after for Miku to land Lariat after— oh no! Alan! Goddamn Alan! Oh goddamn Alan! Maru with the chain wrapped around Miku, dragging her around like a dog and hanging in front of everyone. Oh my god! But it just takes 1 kick, but all the damage to the knee! Enough for Maru to hit this dope move, this scrappy fighter after the knee, stretching it and stretching it, but look how the damage to Maru's neck prevents the hold to last. That's brilliant! So she has to stomp her instead, but the champion is far too resilient. Her Lariat and fucking Alan! God damn it, Alan! But her teammates help Maru being such a badass and rolls her up supremely well, but ends up eating a Gehrman. High damage to her neck, followed by a big Lariat into a deadlift side suplex for the victory. Another great match that highlighted Maru completely as they celebrate. Oh, hi, Asako! Aw, Miku Aono has faced a variety of opponents, but she has yet to face someone who can answer her kicks with kicks of her own. 1. Mari. It's fucking cool as fuck. Oh my gosh, she's so cool, man. She's so cool. The 38-year-old badass in the fox mask and the long-ass Sephiroth Masamune. I'm a big fan of Mari. Just look at her swing that katana. Oh, she's a dex build. I've known about Mari for years. Right around the time I started watching Stardom, I learned about Mari through images, but never seen a second of her work before I started watching AWG. Miku Aono entering the stage for her 7th defense, looking epic as possible. 2 of equal styles, strikes, and skills, but Mari has more experience. This is a Tekken match. Equal in strikes, but Miku with a slight edge on the grappling over Mari. But then they test each other with kicks and listen. I love it! Miku after the usual knee strats, allowing us to see Mari's expression with even a mask covering half her face. Her eyes and expression still come through. A terrific athlete with a variety of ways to kick you and knock you down. The story of one of equal warriors trading shots back and forth, neither with the distinct advantage countering and subverting Miku Aono's spots. Lots of heavy kicks, heavy slams, the fucking kick to the gut that works oh so well, and then the buzzsaw knocks Mari outside for a count-out spot of nope. Miku has no patience, so Mari kicks the shit out of her like, turning into a vicious brawl. Eesh, god damn, that mat does nothing. Ah! Mari is relentless, her time to shine, her great offense, her sense of urgency into the next move, Ayano's ability to reverse out of nowhere, the way Mari squirmed as she was being pinned, non-stop action, just non-stop moves showcased structured so wonderfully. Miku kicks out a one, Gehrman double knockout. This shit rocks, man. In a really well acted spot, Miku runs to the ropes for her signature lariat, but Mari grabs a hold of Miku and forcibly lifts her up, and Miku tries to counter the weight, but Mari lands an air raid crash followed by a fucking fatality. And here's Miku's expression. Third act of the match, and both warriors are just slugging. You love to see it, and I just love how Mari takes moves and squirms to get out of a pin. That's such a nice touch to her performance. And watch how she kicks out here. The scream, the tightening of the hands. Mari knows what she's doing. Even when taking a styles class, she kicks out with just one arm here. This stuff goes a long way for me. I don't know about anybody else, but these are the little things that I enjoy about this performance art. The finish happens quick. Mari successfully counters the deadly lariat into another gory bomb, then lands a blockbuster with a tight cover, capturing the title away from Miku Aono in a phenomenal fucking match. What a performance from these two. Miku Aono was a terrific champion who highlighted her opponents so well, but Mari, she captured the AWG title in a stunning match with a beautiful performance. Mari delivers her post-match monologue with watery eyes as the new year will begin with the reign of Mari. Miku remains disappointed in her loss, but it was a great set of title defenses. Her reign was filled with hard-hitting, well-orchestrated matches that allowed the opponent to be an individual fighting their own style while never changing her own. Miku Aono has a great moveset, devastating kicks, and great acting skill in both warrior spirit and within the sadness of defeat. For me, when looking at performances within the performance art of wrestling, it's important to see them lose. And I'm a weirdo, but I actually like seeing my favorite wrestlers lose because they get that much more material to work with in regards to their performance, and you get a wider range of emotions and feelings as a result. Because again, let me put on 3 scarves and a beret, let me get this bottle of wine and pour me one, but this is the art that I watch wrestling for. Miku Aono is a great actress in ActWres Girl'Z and was a great champion to represent their heart, because professional wrestlers are the best actors in the world, and AWG takes the concept of acting in the ring and seems to really lean in without pushing too far into deconstruction. They still give you great action, lots of fun moments, but real good dramatic stories of a champion defending her title against a variety of different opponents of different styles and experience, and overcame them all with kicks and slams and clashes. But when met with an equal force who wanted it just that much more, she lost. But the story is never over. The character will continue to grow, because one more time, even though I cannot understand a single word being said, I can feel it. I can feel that. And that is special. That is worth talking about. That is worth watching. And that is what makes ActWres Girl'Z special.
Once there were trees full of birds, meadowlands vibrant with flowers, carefree the songs our children once sang, gilding our minutes and ours.
all my Patreon sponsors. First, we gotta thank my newest one, upgrading from a Kasha Maniac to a mere patron. We have Jesse the Outlaw. Thank you so much. We also have Jeff, the Up Channel, Kicking Noah's Dad, Anthony Only Knowledge Teach, Renee Valdez, Aisha Trace, Maddox, Justin Stein, Punkwick's videos. Oh yes, I'm switching it up. Juggernaut Graphics, Shut.Bingo.Wave, Aaron Zacharias 45222, All I Want, Victims J. Ole, Julia, Sunglasses. Oh Julia, you're in the wrong promotion. We also have Matthew Pelichuska, Neo Jefu, Terrence, Daniel, Kevin Mullen, Adam K. Ray, Kanashige, Party Money 520, Chihuahua, Paul, Darwin, Pickle Simon, Scott Racer, Steven Siemens, Kavatari D, Smoon, Little Choot Choot, and Tony Davis. And thank you again, Jesse. Thank you.